Hi everyone, this is Michael Brook from Rapid Couples Counselling, and this video is entitled Emotional Abuse in Relationships. What to look out for and what to do. Unfortunately, I see the best in people, but I also see the worst in people. And often couples come to me and they're doing behaviours that are emotionally abusive. It's really important for you to understand the distinction between emotional abuse and just general shitty behaviour. Emotional abuse can be characterized by a number of patterns of behavior. The emotional abuse needs to be in a pattern, as in something that's repeated over and over and over, in order for it to classify or qualify as emotional abuse. So let's talk about the different behaviors that qualify as emotional abuse. So the first one is using demeaning and negative language towards your partner to make them feel like shit about themselves. So whether it's you always do this, you know, you're a bitch, you're an arsehole, you're a bastard, whatever, and calling names and doing that on a regular basis. That's emotional abuse. That's the first one. The next one is getting your partner to question their reality model. As in, they do something and then you do something and then your partner tells you that your experience of what you experienced was different to what reality was. For example, I don't know, you shut the door and then they go, why did you slam the door? And you go, I didn't slam the door. And they said, yes, you did, you slammed the door. You do that often enough and you're questioning your reality model of like, what the hell's this? Like, I don't slam doors, but your partner tells you you're doing it all the time. That is emotional abuse. Now, the next thing I would say is withdrawal. Your partner wants to connect with you, and every time they connect with you, that pulls away and either goes, I don't want to talk about it, or just disappears, or they'll get in the car and drive away for a few hours when you want to have a discussion about what's going on in your relationship. That stonewalling, done frequently, could classify as emotional abuse. The next one is when you threaten your partner, if your partner threatens you at ending the relationship or leaving on a regular basis. If you do something that they don't like, and then they immediately threaten to leave. That's emotional abuse. And some people will do that on a regular basis. The problem is that has a use-by date, because sooner or later the person who's experiencing the emotional abuse will get to a point they're going like, you leaving me doesn't trouble me at all. Right? My life would get better if your threats came true. And then the threat loses its power to affect the emotional state of the person. And the final one is, I would suggest that emotional abuse is physical and sexual withdrawal, or using sex as a weapon in the relationship. You did something that upset me, so I'm not going to let you touch me. All of us are mammals, and mammals are fundamentally touch-based organisms. We experience our relationship through touch. And if someone continually uses or withholds sex and withholds intimacy as a punishment mechanism in the relationship, that is abusive. It's important to recognize that that's the case. So if you're experiencing one or all of those things, it's really important to recognize that this behavior needs to stop. No abuse should be tolerated in a relationship. Relationships should exist for both people to actively seek to meet each other's needs, and for both people to respond to each other with mutuality and kindness and love. And so if you're in a relationship where you're experiencing emotional abuse, you need to consider really, really solidly whether or not you should stay, and you should get help in order for you to make a decision of whether or not you should stay or go. And you should also let the person that's conducting the abuse that you will not tolerate that any longer. There's a line in the sand and they have to change. And when that happens, it's actually interesting. Often people will stop the emotional abuse when they know they can't get away with it any longer. So if you are experiencing emotional abuse in a relationship, please give me a call on 0432 681 321 and book together an individual consult. There's a booking link in the description. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to making more quality content for you shortly. Thanks very much. Bye.